Hi, I'm Cherie Whit, the lady producer, and you're tuned in to Danaya Azure Radio.
Good evening, Cherie. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I am phenomenal. Shout out to my girl Kim Williams. She was the one that connected me from Smash Coast.
Yes.
We were talking about some of the amazing talent that she has over there. She was like, "You gotta interview Cherry." I was like, "Okay." And then I checked out your music, and I was like, "Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, yes, yes, yes." So, how did you originally get into music?
Oh my, years ago, I was actually an R&B artist quite a while back, and then kind of made my way over to the producing side.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few partners back when I lived in upstate New York, and they did all the music for me. And then I started getting interested in the production side. And
Okay.
so one of my partners one time, he just was like, "Okay, you want to learn it?" He just like stuck me in his basement with all of his equipment and said, "Learn it. I'll be back after I eat dinner." And so
Wow.
it all started from there. It's all self taught, and then so I've been doing it for quite a while now, and so here I am, the lady producer, been producing for other people as well as for sync licensing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, what was the very first song that you ever wrote, if you can remember?
Oh my goodness. Kind of embarrassed, but let me see. What was the name of the song? Oh, It's Time to Change was the name of the song. It was like way back in the 90s.
Uh huh.
And it's funny because I've had a few people reach out to me from like the UK and stuff
Yeah.
that actually have a copy of the actual vinyl that
Wow.
we did way back then. And some guy was like willing to pay like $100 for a copy of it, and I didn't have a copy of
What?
it.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so it was kind of cool.
That is super cool. So, what's funny is that you said your song was called It's Time to Change. The very first song that I ever wrote when I was 9 years old was just Open Your Eyes and See.
Wow.
Talk about a synergy. That is super dope.
That's
Gosh, yes,
cool.
yes. So, what are some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome being a woman producer?
I would say um, that, of course, the challenges of actually learning, being self taught. Um, and then also, back in the day, you kind of met challenges working with a predominantly male industry as far as the production side. So there's been some challenges there, some learning curves, and of course, I've met some really good guys, really good cats along the way that were willing to teach me and help me along. But you also get that kind of resistance too, especially when you're sitting in the chair to, kind of instruct other people and to tell other people what to do. Sometimes run into that back and forth with your male counterparts, but it's been all a learning experience, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
What has been one of your favorite genres to produce?
I would say um, probably gospel has been the most challenging for me. I know a lot of people would probably say otherwise because it can be repetitive, but when you come from an R&B background and then you go into something like gospel, where it can be, kind of challenging, intricate with the chord structures and things like that. I would probably say gospel music is probably one of my favorites, and then my second would be actually R&B, like old time R&B. I won't say old time R&B, but old school R&B, where it was the Tevin Campbells and all that kind of stuff. That era is really my niche.
Almost definitely, because that's all that timeless music,
Yes, good music.
great music, And I think the cool thing about that music is that we're listening to so 20 years later, right? Some
Exactly.
of the music that's out now I can't hear it past 5 years. Oh, maybe 5 months or something. Like, I'm just like, I have so many questions for the person that allows you to create this music.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah. Because, I mean, we're talking stuff that's like 20, 30 years old that you can still listen to now and still be into it. You know what I
yes.
mean? So I can't even remember songs that were done 2 years ago.
I'm like, wait, what was that? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
So kind of explain the difference between production for a gospel project versus a pop project.
Oh, big difference. First of all, musically, the instrumentation, they're going to be two completely different things. We're talking about live instrumentation. I mean, I know gospel now, you've got some up to date things where they're using the update, production with the synthesizers and drum machines and all of that stuff. But if you get down to like traditional gospel, you're talking about live drums, live bass, guitar. We're talking, more than just one voice. You could have an ensemble of singers in the studio instead of just one person doing all the background vocals. So it could be very detailed. It could be simple or it could be detailed. And then you're talking about pop, where most of it can be done, just on your computer, with your drum sounds and then your synth sounds and that sort of thing. And then you can get one person in the booth and do everything, the doing your soprano and alto and tenor. And so it could be a very big difference.
Definitely, definitely. And Cherry with the lady producer is my guest here on Danaya Azure Radio. What is one thing that you wish you would have known before you got into production?
I would say I went to Howard University for a while, and I didn't finish. But that was something that I always regretted not finishing the music program at Howard. I did take some other courses along the way, but just to know the theory, and I'm always still learning. I've been doing it for a long time, so I do know a lot of things. But I wish I had a grasp on some of the theory and things like that early on, and I think it would have propelled me further than where I am now. But actually, now that I think about it, it's good where I am. um, I thank God for everything that He's given me, done for me. And so, He knew exactly where I was supposed to be at this very time. So I have no regrets whatsoever. But I do wish I had have finished school early on in my life.
So your music has taken you across the country, around the world.
Yes. I would say yes, unintentionally. I've had some followers from, uh, Africa, the UK, and it wasn't Switzerland, it was another country. Somebody contacted me. So it's been an interesting ride to see how people can get a hold to your music. There's been quite a few songs that I've had on even TikTok, and I've got like 700 something plays and people's videos, and most of them are from people in different countries, and it just like blows my mind.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What has been your favorite venue to perform in so far?
You said venue.
Yes.
um and believe it or not, I don't like to I have stage fright. Believe it or not, I have stage fright. I don't perform live too often. I have been minister of music in several churches. Um, I've performed, as a matter of fact, I'm performing in a couple of weekends, a few weekends from now, at a gala in Columbia, Missouri. This is the Seeds of Success gala that they're having. and that's August 17th.
Yeah.
And I'll be performing there. And so it's kind of nerve wracking. I don't know why it is. I always do okay, but I get kind of nervous when it comes to things like that. But I will do small venues. So I've never
Okay.
done anything big just because, I had that stage fright thing, but it's okay.
So, uh, I was going to talk about Seeds of Success and that amazing event that's coming up. Talk a little bit about the organization and how it all came to be.
Yes, John Foundation. That's James and Annelle Whit. James is my father. He passed away a few years ago. But the John Foundation is around to help entrepreneurs, um, helping to get their capital together, teaching them how to run a business. It's always been a dream of my father's. And so when he passed away, my stepmother stepped in and took over the organization, and it's been doing wonderful. And this will be the second year for the gala. I performed last year, but I'll be performing again this year. And so there's a whole slew of things going on for the weekend. So I believe there's a golf tournament on Friday that is August 16th. And then the gala is on the 17th on that Saturday, and they'll be doing giveaways and things like that, but we'll get all dressed up in black and white attire, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and looking forward to meeting people in the community, letting them know, I'm James's daughter, and hopefully it's to raise funds for the program so that young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs can get that experience, get taught, how to be an entrepreneur and get the capital money that they need to get started.
Absolutely. And I think that's what my biggest thing when I looked into the organization was the fact that it's showing love to entrepreneurs.
Yes,
It's helping them to get started. It's helping people to build their businesses. I was like,
yes.
oh yeah, we definitely have to make sure that we put that out there. So,
It's
uh,
a great program, and hopefully it'll get expanded. Right now, it's just in Missouri, but soon we expect it to really take off, and we're hoping to go nationwide.
absolutely, absolutely. So, what's one piece of advice that you have for that teen that's listening to this and they want to go into music production, especially teen girls?
Oh, yes. I would say hold on to your dream. Um, Not everyone that's around you is built for the place that you are meant to go. So you really have to be strong willed um, in your beliefs and what you want to do. If it's something that you wake up every morning and you think about, then that's what you're supposed to do. And it's real easy to get sidetracked, always looking for approval from other people. You have to be strong willed. And I would say get around other people that have similar aspirations as you so that you can hang on to that dream. And when you get down, you can bounce off somebody else that's trying to get to the same place you are. That would be the first thing that I would say. And then, secondly, I would say learn everything that you can. And in this business, especially today, uh, it's great to know different things. Like I produce, I play, I sing, I engineer, and all those different things. That just makes you a greater person or a great product or if you will, to offer services to people, and you're a greater asset, to labels and to sync licensing companies when you can do multiple things. So that's what I would offer as advice to young people and even
Yeah,
to older people. I started in sync music later on in life. It's like a second go around for me, a second career, if you will, in music. So I would say not only young, but the older people as well, because the sync game, They don't care how old you are. So it's an awesome opportunity if you want to look into getting into sync licensing. There's so much information on social media, and I would say go diving for it. Go look for it.
Absolutely. So, how did you originally get connected with Smash Ghost Music?
Oh wow, social media. Social media is the way to go right now. I would say maybe 6 years ago, I was doing some work for a producer down in Texas, and he had me doing a lot of vocal work for him. Uh, but I was a producer as well, but he would just hire me to do vocal stuff. And so I just started digging around, and I found cats like Clint Music, XJ Will, and a lot of other guys. Just started following them. And then I ran across Smash Coast. I ran across George, and he had a live going on every week. And so I decided to jump in on the conversation, and I kind of put my put my foot in my mouth one day, and I sent him some music as a submission to see if they were interested. And I asked him while he was on the live, did you get my submission? And he kind of pulled me to the carpet and he said, I haven't listened to it yet, but let's go ahead and listen to it now while we're in our conversation in front of everybody. And luckily, he liked it. So after that, we got in discussions, and then they signed me on after that. But I kind of stuck my foot in my mouth.
But that's what makes social media so interesting, right? You can
Yes.
literally get an opportunity in the middle of
Yeah.
a live stream because you were the
Absolutely.
one that had the courage to jump
Yeah.
up there.
Yes.
That
Sometimes you have to do that.
exactly. Trust and believe. I've done that before too. So I've
Yes.
been like, oh, they're live. Let me go jump on that live stream real quick.
And
Because you have not
it's
you have
so
not
much
taken to my
easier
email.
now.
So I'm gonna come say hi to you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely. So what is your goal for the next 3 to 5 years?
For the next 3 to 5 years, definitely to continue doing um, sync licensing, to build up my library more. This is my retirement plan. I'm just going to put it out there. This is my retirement plan. So I want to have enough music out there circulating, 100, 200 songs that can continue to generate revenue uh, for myself, for my family, well, beyond the 3 to 5 years. So that's really my plan. Every now and then, I'll probably release some music independently, but that's my main goal is to build up my library for sync licensing.
What is one of the best things that you love about sync licensing?
The best thing that I love, I would say, is being able to create all types of genres. That just it blows my mind. And when I was younger, um, I had an opportunity with family members like my grandmother and my mother, and being in school, being in choir and all those type of things. I got an opportunity to be exposed to all kinds of music. I grew up in the generation of MTV and VH1 when all of those things came on the scene. So I got a, a vast array of all different types of music. And so that's what my ear tunes to. And so with sync licensing, I had that opportunity to really dig in those baskets that I have and be able to pull that out and create all kinds of music. I've done country, I've done orchestral music, I've done some of everything. So it's been an awesome opportunity to be able to do all types of different genres.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. You
Okay.
froze there for a second.
Yeah, I saw. Okay. So if you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would
Ooh,
it be and why?
ooh, wow. If I could collaborate with anybody now, let me be careful because it could be. That's a hard one. There's so many. There are a lot.
Okay, so let's do top three.
Top three.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to go back in. I'm trying to go way back,
Right.
in instead of trying to think of somebody current. Because I mean, that would be great. Like I had an opportunity to do a social media ad for Rihanna. I think that would be pretty dope to do something with Rihanna. I think it would be really, really dope if I could do something with like Luther Vandross from way back, just like do something straight R&B. Oh, that would be so tight. Let me think of who else. One of my I got interested in being a producer, a female producer, well, a producer, period. Um, Watching Angela, oh geez, what's her last name? From here in St. Louis. And Angela Wimbush. I have to
Okay.
say her first name right. It's Angela,
Angela.
not Angela.
Angela. Nice.
Angela Wimbush. Now that would be super, super, super dope. She was
Yes.
the first female that I saw that was a producer, and I used to look at her album covers and see her in the credits as producer. I think that
Mhm.
would be super duper dope.
That's super awesome. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, when everything is said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
Um, I want my legacy to be not only known for making great music, um, but also being a help to other people, to edify other people that have dreams and aspirations, not just for music, but in whatever you want to do. I try to do that now with some of the people that I work with. And so when I'm gone, I just want people to, say, hey, she was really there for me. She really offered me advice. She really encouraged me. She really pushed me and helped me to excel in what I do now. So that's what I would like to be known for when I'm gone.
I love it. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Well, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and most importantly, book you.
What was the last part?
Book you. Where can they?
Book me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all of that actually can be done on social media. Um, Facebook is really like my personal, just whatever page, but I'm on TikTok and I'm also on Instagram. So I can be found under Cherie Whit, the lady producer, or you could just plug in the lady producer. The lady producer is all one word. So you can definitely reach out to me, message me on Instagram. I'm always, I always try to be responsive in a timely manner. So you can always reach out to me there or on TikTok.
Awesome sauce. And if someone wants to come out to the event that you're performing at for Seeds of Change, how do they register? All that.
Sure. Actually, you can go to, we have a page on Instagram, but I would say go to Facebook and look for James and Annelle Foundation, or look for JAWED, and you can go to that page, and we've got lots of information listed there about the foundation, about the gala that's coming up. And there's also a web link there as well. So you can go to the website to purchase tickets if you're in the area or close by Columbia, Missouri.
Awesome. Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I
I
truly,
appreciate it.
yes. And once again, shout out to Smash because music for the connection. Kim was
Smash
awesome.
Coast family in the house.
Yes, yes,
George and Kim, love you
absolutely.
both.
Yes. George and Kim are amazing. I've interviewed both of them on the show, and they are just incredible.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I
Yes,
love
yes.
them so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.